What is going on? I am Zachary Hogan over here at Start With Trading, also known as IZXTG socially. And this is the first of many to come, the first of 2017, my weekly live Forex trading outlook. And we're going to be covering the week of February 12th to the 17th. It is 2017, and this was something that back when we were, really building TRADÖN, we were talking about doing something like this. However, it never actually got put into action. So I made that decision now with some of my own research. Came across a man who does this very, very well, Timon over at ForexReviews.info. So hopefully we have the opportunity to collaborate on a deeper level in the future. But, again, quick shout out to DFW Trade House, Start With Trading, and of course, all of the Forex family. Keep in mind that trading does involve a high level of risk. You can see a link to the full disclaimer below, but please just keep in mind, this is not a solicitation for you to take any action within the market. What is shared in this video with you right now is simply my opinion. It's part of my trading plan, part of my outlook for the week ahead of some possible high probability scenarios that we are going to be looking at in the market. Going to be checking out the US dollar Canadian, the US dollar yen, the Aussie US dollar, the pound dollar, New Zealand dollar, and the Euro USD, which is a pair I don't really trade that frequently. So with that being said, I'm going to jump right into it with sharing my screen. And you should be able to see right now we've got TD Ameritrade's Think or Swim on the chart. And we're looking at the US dollar CAD on the daily. So what my outlook is for this pair, personally, my directional bias is bearish. And I'm looking for price reaction down here at this 130 zone. We also do have a 61.8 Fibonacci there as part of my technical analysis, but I'm not going to show you too in depth how I achieved that outlook at this time. We're going to be looking for that reaction down here at the 130 zone, see if we get any bullish price confirmation for a potential move back to the upside, maybe to this whole 131, even the 132 area. I'm also going to be considering this whole 133 zone in the scenario where we do get some bullish movement up to that 133 level, looking for a potential move to the downside. We've got our two price levels of interest on the chart. For bulls, I'd be looking at this 135 level, and with a bearish outlook, considering this 125 zone all the way down here. So as you can see real quickly, we'll just go on the weekly, and it wouldn't be surprising if we do get some bullish movement to begin the week. However, my overall outlook on this pair is still bearish. Now to the US dollar yen. My outlook on this pair personally, I am looking at a bearish bias, and again, we had a weekly close to the bullish side. Let's hop into the daily here where we're doing our main form of analysis, and I see a nice little pattern here that I am recognizing. Not going to get too in depth with patterns though for you right now, and please keep in mind that our daily candle close on the 10th of February was a nice doji, just a nice little extra technical confirmation for my bearish bias. And I'm gonna be looking for price reaction down here at this 111.5 zone to see if we get any bullish price confirmation, maybe a bit of a move to the upside. I will still be considering this whole 115 to 116 zone, because there is quite a strong area up there to see if price does reach that. Maybe we'll get a bearish confirmation and then that continued move to the downside. However, looking long term, my key targets of interest, because I'm bearish, I'll be looking at this 100 level once again. But of course, we have this whole 107 zone and everything in between, including this first target at the 111.5. that we do need to go through for our targets. So the bull price level of interest that I would be looking to perhaps switch my bias, adjust to market situation, is if we do reach this 119 level. But again, this is just speculation. We're going to just have to see. And this is more of just a outlook for, what I'm considering for my trading plan for the week. With the Aussie dollar, let's zoom in. I am very, very bullish on this pair. I want to show you real quick the monthly. We've got some beautiful movement. We had a nice little double tap down here on this zone right at that 717 level, 716. And, we're coming up on this whole area right here at the 7,700. Now, my first target at the beginning of the month was at this 773 zone. We haven't actually achieved that target just yet, but we are coming up on that very, very quickly, in my opinion. Now, keep in mind, we did have a doji on the weekly close, and this could indicate that we may get a little bit of bearish movement to start the week. I definitely would still be considering, a potential move to the downside, looking at this whole 755, even down to the 751, 752 zone. However, I will be looking for my first target right up at that 773 level. And of course, my bull price level of interest is right at 775. Now, with the bear side in mind, my price level of interest is down at the 0.73 level. And I want to just, point out really quickly, all of these zones that I'm considering for my price level of interest primarily are very strong psychological levels. And I go more in depth with that with the training. However, you can see a link to that in the description. But just to make it short and sweet, psychological levels, it's things where, think of even on the US dollar yen, that 100 level. Or if we look at the S&P, the S&P or the Dow Jones, and we just look at where it's even, places where market makers, institutional banks, they're going to be placing large blocks of orders. Think 7,600, 7,500, 7,400, just to keep it relevant for where we are right now on the Aussie US dollar. And some of you who are watching this video right now, you may have heard of quarters theory. So, if you haven't heard of that yet, you can explore that, you can gain some more information. And of course, you can check out the trading course on startwithtrading.com. So Aussie US dollar, I am bullish. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the NZDUSD, which I am also bullish on this pair. This Forex currency pair, I notice it has some similar tendencies to the Australian dollar, US dollar. However, my bear price level of interest, I'm definitely looking to see if we get any further downside movement to this whole 7,100, maybe even a bit lower to the 0.70 zone. And my bull price level of interest is up here at the 0.76. And just to show you a little bit more for why my directional bias is to the upside, we do have this trend line, just something short and simple. You may notice that my charts aren't really filled with much information, and that's because I like to keep it simple. I like to adapt to the market in real-time situations, and of course, just be able to form my bias overall for the week, considering the higher time frames rather than focusing so much on the intraday basis. So NZDUSD, I'll definitely be looking again for that price reaction down here at the 7,100, see if we get a potential bullish price confirmation, that movement to the upside that I am looking for. And this whole 0.73 to 0.733, 734, I'm looking for if we get a potential bearish confirmation and, we have some extended move to the downside. What this maybe could look like, we get a little bit of movement in here, come up to here, play around, and then continue going up. We definitely do need to consider here what the fundamentals are going to be for the week as well. So I'll be checking that out in a few moments. And this is a very exaggerated drawing because I don't feel like it's going to take until basically April to get up to this level, but we will have to see how the market plays out. Moving forward, let's take a quick look at the pound dollar. With this, I am absolutely in love with this pair. For those of you who do know me and who have been able to trade with me, whether it was in TRADÖN or whether it was through some of the personal mentorship that I'm offering right now, you can always schedule a free consultation with me. But I've been trading now since August 2014. So, I've been through Brexit. I've been through what happened with the Swiss franc. And it's just so beautiful being able to pick up on this and really just incorporate different styles into my market analysis. I'm definitely still learning each and every single day. And I appreciate you for coming to me, allowing me to learn, and really just, watching this video and taking in the experience in my own personal outlook on the market. So hopefully this helps you. On the pound dollar, I am very bullish, and I'm looking for if we get some potential price action down here at this whole 1.24 level to start off the week, get that bullish price confirmation, our potential move to the upside. And I'm going to be looking for reaction right up here, right at this 1.27 zone, and just really see how things play out. My target is looking at this 1.3 level. That is my bull price level of interest. However, just to make note for the bears, the bearish price level of interest would be down here at 1.2. And with my price levels of interest, it's basically just strong psychological zones where if the market gets to that point, it's going to require some potential reevaluation of any positions that I'm in. And of course, my overall bias could shift at that point depending on how price reacts once we get to those levels. The last currency pair that I'm going to look at for today is the EURUSD. And this is something that I don't trade quite frequently. So I do just want to put that out there, but I know a lot of you guys do. And I wanted to do a quick analysis for you. So it would not surprise me at all if we start the week, get a little bit of bearish movement down to this whole 105, 105.3, 105.4 level, and then continue with the bullish movement. I would be bullish on this pair, and my bull price level of interest is up at the 1.1 level, and my bear price level of interest would be the 104. Really have to see how price reacts. If we continue to go lower, my target would be parity at the 1.0 level, but we're just going to have to stay on top of things, make sure that we're adjusting our trading plans according to what information the market is giving us. And with that being said, I want to take a quick look at Forex Factory just so that we can get a better outlook on what fundamentally could be impacting the market in the weeks ahead. So today is Sunday. We got market open in just a couple of hours here. Let me just double check, time check. It is 3:30. So yeah, in about 1.5 hours, market will be opening. We've got some strong yen news coming out right before the 7 o'clock hour. So if you are in any positions that you held over the weekend, just make sure that you're paying attention to that. Monday, it's a pretty calm day overall in the market for planned releases, but keep in mind with fundamentals, you always need to consider the possibility that things could come up unexpectedly, and that have already, and a lot of these news events have already been priced into the market for a certain extent when it comes to people's speculation for what they think is going to happen. Tuesday, we've got quite a bit of British pound news right at that 4:30 Eastern time, and we do have a little bit of US dollar news in the morning with the Fed chair, Miss Yellen, is going to be speaking in the morning, as well as an FOMC member speaking in the afternoon. So US dollar pairs, we may be experiencing a little bit more volatility on Valentine's Day. Maybe some more traders are taking the day off to spend some time with their family and loved ones. We just really got to see. Wednesday moving forward, we have a very heavy news day. We've got British pound news releases coming out in the morning, their average earnings, the unemployment rate. We've got retail sales, core sales, CPI, all of this news coming out at 8:30 on the US dollar. So make sure that you are paying attention to that. We do also have at 10 a.m. Yellen speaking once again, with crude oil inventories following up. And to end the night, we've got some Australian dollar employment change and unemployment rate news coming out. Thursday, we've got, a little bit of US dollar news in the morning, so keep your eye out for that. And Friday, to finish off the week, we've got this last GBP retail sales. And with that overall, the market this week, we really are going to be having to pay attention to what happens in the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Make sure that our positions are still moving in a favorable manner. And of course, make sure that we're just adjusting, making sure that we're staying in our plan. And with that being said, I do want to just thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video. And remember, comment, let me know what your trade bias is. Let me know if this video helped you in any way. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe, share this with anybody who you feel it may, benefit. And of course, you can check out the written review where I've attached a few screenshots of my charts with a little bit more in depth of my analysis. You can check that out in the description. And with that being said, everybody, once again, thank you. Head over to startwithtrading.com. Make sure that you have a positive week. Do your affirmations. I am powerful. I am excited. I am happy, and I am joyful. And most importantly, I'm grateful to be able to share this information with you. Make sure that you keep your risk in check, and let's have a successful plan of action here for February 12th to the 17th, 2017. This is Zachary, also known as IZXTG socially, and we will see you next week.